in the greenhouse. Ball it up, I'm with the gang. We taking shots off the rebound. Fucking my posters, say now. I've been humble too long. Yeah, tell them
I'm Tony B.
I'm Jen Bunny.
And I'm B.
And we are
The Groupchat Live.
Hey, y'all.
Hi.
Welcome to the chat, y'all. We are back with another episode within our series, our Houston Culture series today. We are back at our favorite studio, Media Tech. And shout out to them, Media Tech Institute, for letting us come in.
And we're on the couch now. Again, we're real comfortable.
This girl
Yeah, 'cause I
on
was
the
gonna
couch.
ask, when we gonna get our couch back?
And yeah, we got like 3 cameras going on, so I'm like...
It's like production. That's all we tell
It's
y'all.
like
Be on time, be ready, because shit is really going on in here with us.
We're gonna send y'all some, we're gonna show the back, behind the scenes.
Yes. We're going to give y'all some behind the scenes. Look, we real major. Shout out to our production team. Aaron keep us locked in at all times. So shout out to them for making sure that we good. But as always, and like we've been telling y'all, if y'all been following our social media, then y'all know we have a guest coming up this week. And as you know, we are doing a Houston culture tour, and we told y'all we would stop on different sides of towns. So we kind of then made our way on down 610. And if I'm thinking correctly, if I use my context clues from listening to the sounds, I think you from Herm Clark.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we from the Clark, so we didn't drive all the way to the Clark, y'all. And now we over here with EDF. He is a producer, studio owner, artist, and if you not some of the music that you've heard on our show, some of the guests and artists that we've had on the show, he's actually produced their music. One of them being the mayor, Dot, Jack, and
Who else have you produced?
I don't know. We're gonna ask them when
okay,
they get into the chat. Let's ask them when they get in the chat. So y'all give us a round of applause for today's guest, EDF.
Y'all meaning us.
It's because of my
Y'all meaning
accent.
us.
Y'all, I don't
Y'all.
want to be clapping because I don't have no nails on. I feel so awkward right
my
now.
Nobody would have even saw that.
Yes,
Jennifer.
people
You wouldn't
see
even-
that.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
You can't be scared of the mic. You in the chat now.
I know. Wait, we haven't welcomed to chat. We got to get to business
Oh,
first.
yeah, we're going to get in your business first, but come on in.
Good afternoon.
Y'all, every time we see this man, his voice be just low. He don't be a lot.
I'll try to speak as loud and clearly as possible today.
He is such a nice. So we met him along the way. Me and Jennifer were out probably about 3 months ago. About 3 months ago, we were at a show, and we were there, and we were introduced to him as an artist and as a producer. And we were told, y'all need to have him on the show. Y'all need to have him on. He got a good story. He has great work. So we decided to research, see what he was about, and we invited him to test. So tell us who you are.
How y'all doing? I'm EDF. I'm an artist born and raised in Houston, Texas.
Okay.
And
What side of Houston?
I'm from the south side of Houston, born and raised in Hiram Clark. And moved around after I got a little bit older, but I spent 99% of my life south of I-10, so.
Okay.
South of I-10.
So you like southeast or southwest?
Nah, Hiram Clark and southwest. I never stayed on the southeast.
Okay.
Oh,
The
wow.
southeast,
I
so.
agree. Harm Clark is the southwest. I agree.
You're so cool to be from Herm Clark, because all the people I know from Herm Clark be on the, oh, Jesus.
Little rah.
What school
Yeah,
you go to?
yeah.
Elementary school, I went to Montgomery. Middle school, I went to Welch and Rice.
Oh, okay.
Welch and Rice?
Yeah, after I left
really?
Welch after the 6th grade.
Okay, you went to Rice. 'Cause you
And
know
then
that's...
I went to Lamar.
You did? So did I.
Yeah, I graduated 2005.
I graduated 06. Wow.
And,
Small world.
and I went to Sam Houston for college.
Oh,
Okay.
What you get your degree in?
Management information systems.
Okay.
Missy.
Is that tech?
Yes.
ma'am.
Okay.
It is. That's a good degree. You got a real, that's why because I took that class with my business degree, and they gave me the blues. I cried so much taking that class. It was hard. It was too much going on at one time. Ew, you liked college.
Yeah, college was easy. It was just, I just had to go.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
my.
It really is. Like, once you get the gist
Acclimated,
of
yeah.
it. All you got to do is go to class and do your work. It's not like you got to learn all these new things and concepts.
Yeah, you just got to pass to keep the financial aid and have fun.
Exactly.
And really, financial
Have
aid is
fun.
the most important part. Y'all do y'all faster when them schools send them emails to y'all, okay?
He said, and have fun.
Well, I'm glad I met a fellow Redskin, but you know they ain't the Redskins no
I know
more.
they the Texans,
Yeah.
but they still be selling Redskin merchandise.
I
on
know.
Facebook.
And everyone in our Facebook alumni group always put fellow Redskins, ha ha ha. Like no one goes with the Texans anymore. So, yeah.
Jeez.
Jeez. So, what did you do once you got out of college? Did you were you doing music in college, or is this something that came about later on?
Like I always work with music. Like even as a kid, like just messing with computers, I always mess with music stuff on it. What I was trying to DJ, make beats, or just record freestyle. So for the most part of my life, I've always messed with music. But while I was in college, I would record other people and I would record myself in secrecy.
Really?
And then like my last semester in college, I just was like, my homeboys was like, go enter this rap contest, and I entered it, and
Did you win?
yeah, I won.
Really?
And then after that, I just got back home to Houston and I started recording. Like I recorded in high school and stuff with my friends, but I was more looking up to them. So it was more like I played the backs drop or whatever. But
Were you one of those kids that wrote poetry too?
yeah, I did. But I used to write raps, and then the English teacher would read them aloud in front of class like poetry.
No. Okay, now I understand the
So
secrecy.
you like writing? You really like writing, or what?
Yeah, I
is-
like writing.
You like writing?
Writing's easy.
You're a really good producer, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you really good at producing.
So what's your favorite? Writing, producing, or rapping?
I think my favorite aspect is probably the production and recording aspect of things. Like I just like helping
The
the
behind the
artists create
scenes.
and put
Create
that product
something.
together.
I like this.
It's the
Oh,
most fulfilling
and I
part.
heard that you're a manager, too.
Yeah, I've been trying to take what I've applied and learn in the business side of things, and I just want to use that to help other artists around me grow and flourish. So it's just one of those things that keeps me entertained and keeps me involved in music and it doesn't burn me out. So just trying to do a lot of different things for the most part just keeps the wheels rolling in my head and just keeps me on a good positive note.
Are you into like doing artist development as well? Like making sure the artist is fully rounded? Because I see some of the things that you take some of your artists that you work with, and they're not typical rap shows, and you try to put them in different places.
Yeah, I try to do that because over the years I've done a lot of shows, a lot of showcases, like just a lot of events in general. So I've kind of been able to get a good grasp on what an artist might want to do or what I feel is effective for an artist and what might not be effective or what might be just a waste of time type thing. So yeah, I basically try to plant seeds and watch them grow from the seed bag that I got. And
Oh, I like
I
that.
just try to
I like that.
Tell them to get some assistance. That's what I feel. A lot of like new artists, it's a lot of good ones that we run into, and they don't have assistance, and so they try to do everything because they still got the mentality that I can trust me and I can trust my circle, but I can't trust nobody on the outside. And I think they kind of get lost in trying to do so much that they can't even grasp that concept of being an artist and being in that thing and getting them in the room. A part of it.
The biggest thing, as an artist, like the biggest things that have helped me have always come from external sources.
Thank you.
It's kind of one of those things where me reaching out to other people or me just taking a shot or taking a chance with someone out of state has helped me grow as an artist. And it took me a while. Like I used to try to do everything myself, but as I got older, I've learned that there are a lot of resources out here to help artists and make our lives easier. But it's all about just having trust, and you also have to have the mentality to plant that seed and grow with them.
I agree.
That's good.
I
like
totally
that.
agree.
I like that. I would
love
love to
that
do
you're
artist
invested.
development. Yeah. I would
I
like to do
totally
that one day.
agree. Well, so I did some research on you.
Yes, ma'am.
And I went way, way back. So I seen that your oldest YouTube video was 11 years ago. And that was Screw History. So what made you drop that song?
Man,
Like first.
honestly, that was probably one of the first songs like I recorded myself that sounded good enough to release. So I just remember one time I was just at the house and I recorded it and I released it. And then I had my homeboy Cash Capone shoot a video for me in his living room and I put it out and yeah, dang, 11 years ago.
Yeah.
Don't seem like that long ago, do it? Time be flying.
But yeah, that was one of the first songs that I recorded and released and I liked. Like I've recorded a lot of songs in the past, but that was one of the first ones.
So what was your very first song?
And where were you when you created it?
Man, honestly, my very first song that I probably recorded was at my boy Mondo crib with my boy E-Rock, my boy Eric Jimenez. And
Eric Jimenez?
yeah. He's like a successful music teacher now, but yeah, he taught me how to count bars and stuff. And once I learned how to count bars and stuff, I was like, oh, this is easy. But now I recorded it in my homeboy Mondo mom's house. He had a studio on the first floor of his house, and we used to just record there. And I would go to the north side and record with my homeboys. And
So you have Northside friends too?
yeah, in high school, I ended up just clicking with a bunch of Northside people. And
Oh, that's
We trying to venture over there next.
Yeah, we trying to
we
get
trying.
over there next. Now I have heard some good artists that have came from over there. A few.
nah, it's like a whole nother world over there.
It
is.
is.
We
We
say
say
it
it all the time.
For those people that are not from Houston, North Side, South Side are two totally different places.
East side too.
Yeah, East Side's a whole nother
it's
world.
the country.
It's the country. Northside is just from the clothing,
different.
from like
The people.
people.
The mentality.
Yeah, it's just
It's very
totally
different.
different.
It looks different.
Yeah, it just shows how diverse Houston is culturally.
It is.
Yeah.
It's really a melting pot, but it's also a lot of segregation. So it's kind of just one of those things where you have to jump on the freeways and go visit these random places, go to the random shows, and meet random people, and it all comes together.
Do you in the process of like working with an artist, are you mostly called on for production to come to your studio because he does own the studio as well, or are you called on for writing, or is it just like collaborative and you do pretty much all of it for one artist?
Honestly, I get a lot of calls for recording and engineering.
Okay.
And from there, it allows me to link the artists with different producers I know from all over the world. So it's just one of those things where if I'm able to sit in a room with an artist, I try to share my resources because I don't want to be too greedy with them.
Gatekeeping.
And I don't like to do that. I like to, if I know somebody's sending me 20 beats, I want them to send you 20 beats too. Especially if I know you have a stronger work ethic as an artist. So it's just one of those things where it's like you got to spread the wealth, especially when it involves creativity, and that's the only way to keep it going and to keep it healthy. So it's just, I just try to, like, I don't try to play one specific role. I just try to be useful. Like,
Okay.
like I just try to be useful. Like, yeah, it's a lot of different things. Like, I just try to be
You
useful,
multifaceted.
Yeah. You're very. So, and besides Dallas and besides Houston, where else do you record out of? Like, what other states have you went to?
I actually lived in Pittsburgh for about 2 years.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
I moved up there. I think it was like 2017 or something, and I ended up just working in different studios up there, rapping, having fun, helping producers like consult them in terms of helping them get their production set up and things of that nature. So I've been in Pittsburgh. I spent a couple years out there for sure, and
Is the rap different down there?
man, the
Up
rap
there?
is
Is it
so,
up there?
Nah,
Is
the
it up
rap
there or
is
down
so-
there? Oh,
It's
up there.
We're down.
Okay.
Yeah. So the rap in Pittsburgh is very, like, I feel it's like a hidden gem because it's like a lot of people pay attention to it in that region, but once you start branching out, it's kind of like harder for Pittsburgh artists to get attention. But the music in Pittsburgh has a very southern influence. Like, it's like a lot of classic No Limit influence, a lot of Cash Money influence. So
Oh.
it's like that mixed with drill rap, and it comes out to be a great product that's very upbeat, that's very modern, and that's very like raw. That
makes sense.
I have a question. How do you think, because I just learned about drill rap this year from my kids, how do you think like those new sounds or techniques start to develop? Or where do they come from?
I personally feel the new sound and innovation comes from when you give like younger artists freedom and technology. And whenever you give somebody the ability to, create some with freedom, with ease, you get a great product. So like Chief Keef, like they were the first generation of kids who were smart enough to do their own thing in terms of recording their own music, making their own beats, shooting their own videos. And when you just put all of them in a room together, you just end up getting a great product. So it's just one of those things where it's like, I just feel that sound is a product of our environment, of what's going on in the world and how fast the world's moving.
And what is the sound of Ice Spice?
Hold on.
Oh. Yes, because it's titty. It was on that titty, bitch.
I looked over. And I was like, I don't want to keep moving
I was
it.
gonna try to let it slide.
Yeah, I didn't want to
But
keep
it was
moving.
on. She was moving.
Yeah.
Days.
I was like trying to.
You good? You okay? Okay then.
Sorry, it's these new mic stands we got. They ain't been broken in yet.
And which camera are we looking at?
I think you're looking at the middle one.
Oh,
The main camera right here, that's the main camera that has everybody.
which
This
one?
one, the one right here.
In the
I
middle.
didn't know it was one over there.
This one over here is for E. This one right here is y'all. That's what that camera. If you want, I can flip this screen around so you can see.
I can see. I'm seeing we good.
Yeah, I'm just
I just
trying
don't
to.
want. What I'm catching myself doing is keep looking at myself there.
And there,
and then
yeah,
I have
and
to
I'm
hurry up
like,
and go there because I
yeah,
don't want
over
it
here.
to look like I'm looking at something off in the distance. Okay.
Okay.
All right, you can go ahead.
So what I was asking was, I know that new sounds develop. So I just want to know, what is the sound of Ice Spice? Because I don't understand.
Ice Spice is basically, I feel it's a feminine version of drill music.
Oh wow, you really would say? Because let me join in the chat now. You think she drill?
Yeah, if you listen to the
I mean,
production,
it is like that.
I have to listen to something other than that one song that's on the radio.
Oh, I have, and they all sound the same, but it is still that concept of da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
She just
yeah, it's just I
I
feel
really
it's
think Asian doll. She can give you drill.
She from
That look
Dallas?
yes. Well, Arlington really. She ain't from Dallas. She from Arlington.
Excuse us.
It's a big difference. The little girl Lola Bunny. Lola. Is it Lola Bunny? Or Lola got a little
From
short girl that's
New
from
York?
up. She's
Yeah.
drill. She really gives
I like
drill
her
rap.
too. She's
And
tiny.
she's really, I think maybe because it have more of a bass to it, and she really seems like an artist to me for real, which is a good segue.
It might be her sound too.
What do you think, like, ideally out of this first, because we can't talk about Double XL's freshman class, because that was a joke. What do you think about some of the new artists? Who would be like your top 3 new artists that are out? Like these young bucks, not these old school who used to, who can guarantee the young bucks that's out.
who do I jam when I want to feel 21?
Exactly.
Besides 21.
Honestly, of course, NBA Youngboy. His sound and his
Yeah.
impact is undeniable.
Yeah.
Who else do I listen to? That's man. Who else? I gotta. Like I'm very. Let me check my playlist. Let me not lie.
Yeah, that's cool. Check your playlist.
My playlist.
I like NBA Youngboy. He really has some 1-2s. I really can fuck with NBA Youngboy.
Like No Cap. Like I like No Cap music. I feel it's dope. He's from Alabama. Who else I be jamming? Like D Baby. I feel he's a good reflection of young Hispanics out of Houston. Like,
Yes. And he doesn't, people think it's a joke, and he's not joking.
Yeah,
like,
nah,
he's really, I
that's
really
him.
think he
Like-
gonna really hold his own, and if they give him he needs a little bit development. I think, like, tame his, like, visual a little bit so that he can go a little bit more mainstream and maybe work on maybe some of his social media stuff. He could really go somewhere, and people not really taking that boy for real. Where did he come from?
He from Houston.
I know, he must be from...
It's like 290.
Yes.
He be rapping about Antoine a lot and stuff like that. So.
I was wondering, and then, okay, that
I'm
makes
not
sense.
laughing to make him a joke. That's not what. It was just I know no one from there.
But I do. So when it comes to making like the perfect album, what do you think it takes? Like a set. Tell us how you set up the studio when you want to just get in the vibe. You want to get ready for the studio and make a good sound.
Man, if I want to make a good song in the studio, it's basically first thing I do is make sure it's clean. Like you got to have a clean environment to have some good music. Like,
Okay.
If you come in there, and you got sticky stuff everywhere, and it's just ashes everywhere. You kind of gotta freshen it up so you can mess it up again.
Sticky
so.
stuff.
You let people smoke at the studio?
Sticky.
Yeah.
Like juice.
Oh,
Do you have?
okay.
Look, I seen a video. Somebody had strippers. You let people bring strippers to the studio?
If they want to, that's their guess. Like I can't discriminate. That's
Oh, so it be
federally
all
illegal.
kind of shit going on at the studio.
Brittany talking about sticky stuff.
It's sticky.
That's like soda people be having.
Oh, that's
okay.
why I asked about the strippers. Like, y'all letting the
Candy.
strippers coming,
Bodily fluid.
dancing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what you
like
meant.
y'all
That's what you
fucking at the studio or something. We asked.
Yeah, like
Hey, that's how they come up with
Because
that.
I didn't see it before. All
When
right,
they get
bitches.
their head.
Y'all niggas talking about they going to the studio. Okay, y'all better start watching them
have
hoes
a
going
question.
to the studio with y'all niggas, seeing who in there dropping
the
ass.
studio is a big part. Like, do you do anything else outside of the music industry, or are you just solely focused on that?
Nah, I'm an IT professional.
Oh,
Yeah, like
Oh, you let me tap in. 'Cause I need you to tap in.
I
Shit.
do IT work for a pharmaceutical company. So
oh.
so I
Okay.
So you balancing two
yeah.
totally different.
But when they
And
kind of
demanding
combine,
careers.
Yeah, I get to play on the computer
all day,
so
right?
it's like-
Yeah,
okay.
they kind of combine.
That makes sense. That do. Okay, so while we in your business, I see that you sampled. And on the last exit, which is my favorite song on there, is Good Looks. You sampled Ashanti, Rain on Me. So tell me about it. How did that come into?
Man, that song basically came like my boy Cartel Kush, Side Cartel Kush. He's out of West Texas. He's a great producer. And
West Texas. You never know some hidden gems over the
yeah,
Texas.
man, he one of the honestly, I personally feel he's one of the best producers in America, well, probably the world. But yeah.
Well, shout out to him.
He kind of get that's a really good.
Shout out
But
to
the
him.
song is
World.
really good. One I wouldn't know West Texas, but they took a sample and it put me in the field of if I want to compare, and I hate to compare artists with the artist that's here, but it gives me like Big Creek with a little Kendrick Lamar mixed into it, but it had a like Houston like slow moving on it. You telling a story, but it's really I loved it. I played it like 3 times over and over. The sample just fits y'all so well for the song.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, so he from West. You're finding all the hidden gems.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they be finding me too. Like, but nah, it's long story short, like he was sending beats. He sent that beat, and I was like, I need to get some with my boy AJ Snow, and I was like, I gotta find some elegant shit for him. I ain't just want to sing him. No.
Some elegant.
Some
And
elegant shit.
I sent it over to him, and he sent me the verse right back, and that was it.
Okay, so what you start a label?
I technically have one. Well, I have one that I put my music out under called Original Player Records.
Yes.
But if I come across somebody who's an artist and wants my help, and they are willing to just sit down and just work with no weirdness, I would happily
Weirdness.
Yeah,
Yeah, niggas be weird.
Yeah, it's like a lot of personalities, a lot of people with false business expectations and things of that nature. Like, it's people who run around thinking that they're gonna get a deal overnight, and it's like, nah, you kind of gotta.
Well, they
Whip
don't
up
know.
your
They
own
might
deal.
be new.
Yeah, I don't know.
And that's why
They
you
looking like
there.
that boy from the Oh God boy with DJ Kelly, thinking in a year that they gonna get a deal how he did. And they
Yeah.
talking about it, and it don't realistically that happen. It can happen, but you gotta really put the footwork in. That was like a look of the draw for that boy to get on that album and him to blow up like that. But every artist don't.
Yeah, it's been a lot of artists on big albums, and they still
Don't go.
They still don't
that
go
far.
nowhere. From it. So it's really all about the public, and if the public loves you, and if the public loves you and these platforms love you, it's a good chance you'll win. But if not, you have to basically come up with a product that you can go sell and market to people independently, and they'll eventually fall in love and grasp it.
Oh, that makes sense.
Okay, so one question: who is your favorite Houston artist?
Man, my favorite Houston artist.
That's hard to. You should
It
take two.
depends.
Oh,
like,
okay. Well, two
Two
favorites.
favorites.
Like so,
3 favorites.
No.
Since it's 3 of us, 3 favorites.
Well, we could do your top one.
Yeah.
I'll give y'all 3 different ones from 3 different generations.
Genres.
Yes, I like that.
So first, like from terms like legacy artists, it would probably have to be. Man, that's a good question. So in terms of like old artists who I'll just jam every day nonstop, it'll probably have to be Fat Pat or Lil Kiki for sure, or Slim Thug. Like,
That makes sense.
Or Chameleonaire. It's a
Now
lot of
look,
artists.
sir.
Yeah,
Chameleonaire?
it's like I take the whole culture. Yeah, I think Chameleonaire is one of the. He's one of the smartest, most successful independent artists to come out of like that
I
generation.
agree with that, but I don't agree with that about his music.
His older music from his mixtapes.
Oh, okay, so that was back
Changing
in the
Click,
days.
before he signed to Universal.
Okay.
That music was addicting. Like I was on
Okay.
the internet downloading them tapes and ordering them. Like, but nah, in terms of like, I like OTB Fastlane music a lot too.
Yeah.
I feel his music's very energetic.
Yeah.
Like I could listen to his music every day.
That's my club music.
One more person. You gave us 12 already, but we take one more.
Well,
I can honestly say I'm a fan of Quiet Money Dot music. Like, and that's another reason. That's another thing that makes it easy to work with him. Being a fan of the music and the product he delivers, and I just feel his music embodies all three of those generations of music, and his versatility as an artist is addicting too. So it's like one of those things where I'm a fan of his music, and I think it's dope.
female artists
Female artist
from Houston.
from Houston.
Because we have some rap girls now.
I'll probably say Ken the Man. I feel she's
Oh, yeah, we fucking with Ken. Yeah, we fucking with
And
that.
she just got signed to...
We fucking with Ken.
Yeah, I like the rawness of her music. And I like the feminine side of
I like
it.
that.
Yeah.
Like just the way she carry herself, it's like it's dope. So I feel like Ken the Man make great music. Who else? I don't just want to say no names.
Well, that's fine. We only needed one.
That's cool. It's some good. The other
It is a
female
lot of
rappers,
young.
I think a lot of theirs is that they gotta try to quit selling the six and sell the music.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, it's a
Well,
That's
was
what the problem.
That was the formula for trying to get where Megan Thee Stallion is, or the other.
Megan didn't sell six. She sold straight bars.
Yeah,
she
she
was
did.
freestyling. She came out
did, but-
freestyling. So we
Her
can't even
image.
think.
That's what I'm talking about.
No, and that's okay. It can. Megan just didn't. She was a freestyler. They not
Oh
freestyling.
yeah, in the beginning.
She a real developed artist.
Well,
a lot of the girls
always-
selling pussy.
I always think about what Biggie said. Niggas want to hear some sexy shit come out your mouth.
Now, I agree. Like, I don't want to hear a woman rap like Nas. No offense.
Yeah,
I
I don't
agree.
either.
I don't want to hear.
And I don't want to hear a bitch talk
sexy-
about sex all the time.
Sexy
I
shit
hate
come
hearing
out
it.
your mouth.
Now, I agree.
That was a
I
fun
agree
one.
because it's
Trina,
like it's some
looking.
real artists. So I'd be like, bro, it's more. You get some money. It's more than pussy out here. So it's like, yeah, that can be overwhelming for a woman to listen to a woman rapping about sex all the time because it can happen with men. Like, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I like versatility.
You like a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I like a little.
Are you looking, since the album was, and this will be your last one in your business, then we gonna bring you
I have
into
one
the
more,
chat. It was called The Last Exit.
Last free exit.
The Last Free Exit. Which we all know we in Houston with the toes. So we know that last free exit mean it's a long way to go after that. So is this to stop? Does this mean we got something coming? Like, what was the purpose of the album being named that?
The reason why I named that album Last Free Exit because I just feel that's like I usually like living on the outskirts of Houston and Richmond and stuff. You just see the sign a lot, and it's like so. I just wanted to make it like a synonym, an acronym, whichever. Not an acronym, but I just wanted
It's
to make
okay.
it like a representation
I'm glad
of
you know what it means.
a position in life that I want to take where like you have to stop doing free stuff and you have to put a value on yourself. So
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I feel like the project I wanted to make it sound good sonically in terms like producer I work with.
Yes.
I just want it to be like a high value product, and I just want it to kind of be a statement that it's like I want to go out my 30s being more professional as an artist, being more business minded, and just trying to break away from having a hobbyist approach to things and just try to make it a lot more professional, even outside of music and just the way I move as a musician, as a businessman, as a father. I just wanted to make things become more valuable in my life. So I kind of use that album title as a reminder that I want to do that.
That is awesome.
I like that. Oh, yeah, that was a good meaning. Okay.
I have two last questions. Okay, who does your the art on your
I've been working
albums?
with Digital Ink. He's a graphic designer from Chicago who's living in LA. And he kind of started the cartoon cover trend. And I kind of work with him on some graphic design software type things, just helping him with direction and things like that. So it's kind of one of those things where he's been doing a lot of my artwork. I've also worked with who else have I worked with? I've really been working with him a lot on my last few covers.
He does a really good job.
He does a really good job.
And I do.
Yeah.
I like graphics and doing
I really
graphics.
like
So
your
yeah,
album cover.
good job.
Yeah. Okay, so this is a hot topic. So in the hip hop culture, they're celebrating the 50th anniversary of hip hop. So what do you think has changed over the 50 years?
Honestly, over the 50 years, I just feel like the influence of hip hop has changed dramatically to the point where I feel that it's really the most popular and the most prevalent genre of music, whether people want to accept it or not. So it's just one of those things where it's just hip hop has benefited from all the progressions in society, and quality stuff doesn't fall behind. So even though other genres of music have not grown as much, hip hop has continued to grow. It's continued to diversify. It's continued to go global. And I just feel that over the 50 years, technology in hip hop has allowed it to grow. Back then, you had to ship CDs overseas and stuff.
Yeah.
Now I'm working with producers out of Poland and stuff like that. So it's just one of those things where I just feel the fact that it's people in Poland. Shout out Dave ID, but he's MC Dave ID. He's a producer out of Poland. He's done a few tracks for me, and his knowledge and his approach to hip hop is it's mind blowing, because as a kid, he's a college, but in Poland he has a lot of more knowledge on Houston music and production than a lot of people in Houston. So it's just one of those things, just to watch it grow globally. It's pretty dope.
And Poland.
So, what would you tell a Houston artist that is trying to make it in our industry? Because we have a lot of I bumped the mic. We have a lot of avenues that artists can take here to get where they need to be. So what would you tell an aspiring artist?
The best thing I could probably tell an aspiring artist, or something I would tell my 18-year-old self, is to travel and take risk and have confidence. And if you take those risks, travel and have confidence and put that show on the road, it's going to be an inevitable product, and people are going to have to accept it when you get back home. So it's just one of those things where it's you really have to get on the road. You can still depend on the internet here and there, but if you're popping up in LA, New York, Atlanta, and you're just working with the people on the ground out there, because the internet will give you a perception that a lot of people are inaccessible. But in reality, if you get on the ground, you never know who you might run into a studio with.
That's true.
And you just have to have that confidence and take that risk. And if you do that and you approach it like you would your first job out of college, something's going to work for it.
That makes sense. Well, now we about to end in the shade. We want to know who you are for real, when you ain't behind them boys. Or probably who you are when you behind them boys, because you probably got a different personality than you are.
Because he has a whole different name that we learned. A whole different
name. We ain't going to give you, because we don't want to be like Vlad and make y'all feel like the feds. But, okay, so we keep hearing you say your children and your wife. So how long have you been married?
I've been married for about a year.
Oh, you just new married.
You newlywed.
How long y'all been together?
11 years.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. See, I didn't say that. I don't believe in time on stuff. Okay. Did y'all meet in college? How y'all met each other, if y'all mind telling us? Is it a real love story?
No. What's the fake love story?
Nah, we met in college, and I knew her in college, but I didn't pursue her until after college.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, it was.
Did you imagine yourself being married at this age?
No, I never imagined myself having a wife or kids. I thought I was just gonna be
doing music.
Thought you gonna be thugging out your life.
Y'all talking about thugging.
Making music, making CDs, and out here talking to hoes. That's what you thought. And God said, whoop.
I thought I was just gonna play video games and stuff. And
we know y'all don't be on there just playing them damn video games. We know damn well y'all don't just be playing video games at home.
You got one of the mics around your head that go around your head.
And you probably got a special chair too.
Everybody everybody do in 2023?
Everyone has a special chair. The chairs was $800. I was like, what the
I don't
fuck?
got one of them.
Oh,
A regular one, them white chairs, them people use to beat them people ass. Them regular ass chairs can do exactly what you need to do. So now that you are a husband and you were already a dad, but like you're a husband, does that change how you move within the music industry and the type of music that you putting out, or is it, it doesn't play a part?
Honestly, I've always tried to make music that's always a reflection of me and myself and my lifestyle and the things I enjoy. So me being married and stuff, it never changed that for the most part. If anything, it gave me just more freedom to make more. So it's just one of those things where it's just, it didn't change much.
I have a question. Do you think that you make it sound easy? Like you being married and being a rapper and all that, la la la. But for some reason, other rappers struggle with having relationships in the industry.
Being married.
Or being married at that. So, like, what is the key?
Honestly, one thing I've learned and from feedback I received from my wife is just more. You just gotta be able to communicate, and
Like any relationship.
it takes communication to go. Communication goes far, and it's just one
And
of those
understanding.
Yeah, I think she understands I love making music, and I'm really in the studio, so I'm just.
And I'm really in the studio.
Yeah,
Do you think it's better because you coming into the industry, like you already making music, but like becoming more major and you already married? Are you happy that you already coming in and have that out of the way so that y'all not trying to find your way, once you like
start.
at the
Say out of the way,
Grammys
but, like,
or...
coming in with maybe like a solid foundation?
I don't know. I just feel like I just feel like either way, even if I made music or not, I would still have to prioritize being a stable individual for my family anyway. So I just feel like music wouldn't be no different
That's
if I
very
went to
mature and
at
responsible.
24-hour fitness every day or something. So
Yeah.
it's just kind of one of those things where it's just like the older I grow and the more I mature, I just learned that family requires a lot of time and not a lot to like where it's overwhelming and to sound like that, but it's just that it requires time and balance. So with anything you do, you just have to find that perfect time and balance. And
I agree.
and if that
That's
person supports what you truly love and what you're doing, then it probably shouldn't be an issue. But there are times where you can get carried away by being in the studio late a lot sometimes.
I would say late at night.
Yeah, you just have to.
Because I've been watching reruns of Love and Hip Hop New York and Peter in the fucking studio all the time with Alina. Because who knows what goes on in the studio at 3 o'clock in the morning.
That is very true.
But you're right.
When you're not behind the board and you're not doing IT, what are you doing? Like, who are you outside of all of that? What's like a typical chill day for you?
A typical chill day for me is me having my son or my daughter and just hanging out with them, going to the pool, trying to go out of town, taking a road trip to Lake Charles or something, just going to a basketball game or honestly playing video games with my son or playing Fortnite with my daughter. It's
So
just,
you're not still going out to the club and
I've
partying?
never I'm trying to become more sociable in the sense.
Oh, that's what.
I'm
Yeah.
exposing myself to different environments and different crowds, but even when I do go out, I usually go find somewhere to sit and mind my business.
Yeah, you be real quiet. You don't even be in the mix. When we seen you out there night, you was way to the side and everybody else, all your artists, your music just playing, and you sitting there like, yeah, I'm here, I'm present.
I'm trying to become more involved in that aspect, but I've always
It's
been
hard
a quiet
when
person.
you get a certain age. It's also hard to like force yourself to be social
Yeah,
if
I'll
you've never
flake
been
in a heartbeat.
social.
Like in terms of going out, I'm looking for an excuse to stay home.
Yeah.
But what about when your artists are going? You don't.
Yeah, from somebody I'm working with, like if they're going out, I'm for sure gonna go out and show support.
I'm going to see because I'm
I'ma
coming
go
to your
the
next show.
Yeah,
I'm
I'ma
going
go
to the
shows
next one.
for sure.
So what about like you? You don't want to be up on the stage and.
I do enjoy performing. Like I enjoy performing. I actually enjoy rapping. I love rapping to be
Yeah,
honest.
I
So
saw his freestyle. He was
I
good.
love
We
rapping.
went to original the Players Only tour.
I
Players
love-
Only tour when we went. And we got them horrible ass edibles. They had us looped the fuck up from them people when we went off of Chimney Rock.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we seen him perform that
And I
night.
do,
Yes.
like when it's time to get on stage, I love it. Like I love touring. I love
You get like a
road.
rush.
Yeah, it's fun. It's like it's just entertaining cardio.
What was your first show that you ever performed?
Entertaining cardio.
My first show I've ever performed. Let me go into the showcase folder in my head.
Well, he had the one that he won the competition.
In college, but yeah, that was in
A
auditorium.
competition, yeah.
My first show, man, it was probably like Fitzgerald's or something, or Midtown Lounge. Like I used to enter these rap
Fitzgerald's.
contests at Midtown Lounge, and yeah,
I don't know what Fitzgerald's is.
it used to exist. It's gone. I used to be on White Oak in the Heights.
Oh.
Yeah, I've did. Yeah, that's probably one of my first shows. I gotta go check my email.
Speaking of email, we were having a discussion before the show, and he told us what his real name was. And so I asked, how did he come up with it? So tell them how you came up with your name.
Honestly, I saw in college,
His name or his rap name?
His rap
Rap
name.
name.
So EDF started as like my AOL Instant Messenger screen name.
You're so techie.
And I used to,
Do you remember what yours? Do you remember what was your alien name?
Sparkling 5433.
It's still the same.
It's still the same.
Mine was
Mine
was Orange World 7 because I loved orange.
Yeah, mine was Baby Splash. I don't know why. I don't know.
And yours was, what was yours?
EDF.
EDF 587. And then when I went to college, like I used to sell shoes and buy shoes on a message board called Nike Talk. And I ended up linking with a guy on there named Jay. And when he ended up going to the same college as me because I would buy shoes from him. He was living in San Antonio.
You did this in high school? That was that in high school?
Yeah.
A message board?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because it was the chat. You used to have the AOL chat, the messenger, all them different things.
And we would just be buying and selling shoes online. So when I got to college, I met him, went to his apartment, whoop-de-woo. He was like, yeah, I'm just going to call you EDF.
Because that was
That was your messenger thing, and that's how y'all met each other. Oh, that's
It really sounds like some sort of genre of music.
When you was on MySpace,
really
what was your MySpace name?
EDF and EDF Music.
What does it stand for?
It's my government initials, but my boy Mondo, when I used to pull up to Houston on the weekends, he'll just be like Everyday Fresh, because I usually go get a haircut and pull up to his crib to chill. So he was just like Everyday Fresh, and I just ran with it.
Oh, okay. Well. Okay, that's awesome. Okay, so another hot topic. So, it's this thing going on. I don't know if you know Ray J and Princess Love. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you know they've been on and off for forever. Mm-hmm. Anyways, today is their 7th anniversary, and he bought her a car. So there's a TikTok thing that says like you're not supposed to. I don't know if y'all heard. You're not supposed to buy guy shoes because he'll walk out. He doesn't walk out your life.
Yeah.
And so somebody said that he bought her a car.
She can drive by
She gonna drive and
She ain't going nowhere.
She gonna drive and get a divorce. So, do you believe in bad luck gifts? Like, could you give your wife a bad luck gift?
Nah. I don't feel like. I just feel like it's just the roll of the dice. Like I don't feel a gift can influence. I don't feel a gift can influence true emotions anyway. So it's kind of one of those things where even with the gift or without the gift, those true feelings will eventually come out and end a relationship no matter what. So gifts are just extra rewards.
What's the worst gift you've ever received?
Oh shit!
The worst gift I've ever received.
Because people don't be giving good gifts. People can be
I can
bad
honestly
gifts.
say if somebody's giving me a gift, I don't rate it because I just
agree.
feel like gifts are priceless.
Yeah.
And it's more about the thought and the intention behind it. And there's a lot of people struggling out here financially as well. So it's kind of one of those things. If somebody has the time and energy to whip up a gift for you, I just try to embrace it no matter what.
That's so
that's
nice. It's
so
so politically correct.
Please don't give me no bad ass gift. I'll let you know.
Yes, I was gonna say because I definitely had some bad gifts and
From a significant other though.
Things that I didn't want. Yeah.
From a significant other, Tony?
No, not from no nigga. But like from regular people in my everyday life, yeah, I've gotten bad gifts. But I'm not picky, but it's just some things that I just don't want. Like for me, yeah, just don't do it. Just don't.
Like I don't like for people who don't know me to buy me clothes because people have different taste in clothes.
Yes,
But people don't buy me clothes and nothing like that.
that's understandable.
Yeah,
What's your top three things you need in the studio? The drink, the snack, and if you smoke, no, you smoke.
The drink, water, of course.
I
Ice
want some
cold
right
water.
now.
Like you can drink all the other stuff, but nothing feels better than ice cold water.
No, the way he's saying it.
I know, right?
The way he's saying it.
Feels better.
The best one comes from Starbucks.
It does.
I was wondering, why do people go?
Filtered water. That's why it's good.
Do they charge for it?
It's free.
It's free.
So people, I was like, why are people going to Starbucks and getting these big
It's
cups?
like the best cup of water, and they only give you that size.
Really?
In terms of snacks, chips or beef jerky. Like, yeah, and in terms of smoke, you gotta have like joint papers, backwoods.
You like papers or you like woods or you like guards?
Man, I'll smoke whatever, but I personally feel that joints are the smartest thing to smoke because when you look at a backwood pack, it got like that big blocks of white and black letters saying, "Hey, this finna give you cancer." It scares me. As an adult, it scares me. So it's
I'm
like
not a backwoods smoker. I can't smoke backwoods. That's too high. You
Nah,
too
it's-
deep in the trenches with them. I will
it's,
every now and then, but I can't really fuck with it.
yeah. As I get older, I'm trying to not like. I'm just trying to stay away from tobacco or even just overindulging in things in general. So it's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, I'll take some papers.
I'm gonna have to get there because it's a no for the papers to me. It make me feel like I'm just doing a drug. I don't know why. Don't ask me why, but that's what papers
Why is it
make
because
me
it's little
feel
white and
like.
it's rolled real little?
I don't know what it is. I feel like, bitch, you are in the deep end and you start fucking with some papers and shit. I already feel
But
like
isn't that the healthier choice?
Yeah,
Yeah, it is. It's a lot healthier. I like Garcia's. I like a
I
Garcia.
ain't
White
so-
Owl, white grape
But you know
is
what?
my
I
favorite.
don't really think that the bad stuff is in the and what you
Switches
roll
make mine,
it.
yeah.
It's in the tobacco itself, right? Like I don't really think that like even if you choose backwoods or cigarillos, all the bad stuff is mainly in the tobacco, right?
Well, sometimes because these some go, I can't smoke swishes. They irritate my throat horribly bad. Like I have a raspy like man voice, and then some of them I can smoke and they perfectly fine. And I'm like, okay, it's fine. You gotta be real picky, and I'm very picky about what I'm smoking because it really affects you in the long run.
I didn't know that.
Me either.
I thought all the bad stuff was on the inside.
Me too.
Oh
So who
shit!
cares
Well, I
about
think all
that?
the good stuff is on the inside of the weed.
Yeah, the papers, it's like we really don't know until we can ask the people who make them. Like, hey, what y'all put in these Swisher papers? We really don't know. Cause
Do you do edibles?
yeah, I like edibles.
Really?
They cool. They,
Tell us your edible experience. Have you had an edible
Please.
experience?
This is a good one.
Yeah,
Have you had an edible?
edible experience.
Man, my best,
Or worse.
Or worse.
Yeah,
I
because them
honestly-
edibles do
Do
the
you
most.
have you on your
I honestly
ass?
haven't had no bad edible experiences, but there have just been times when me and my friends we'll just sit around and have competitions to see who can eat the most.
Whoa, what kind of, you want to die?
Yeah, for real.
What you want to
That's
do?
why they
You be
got
scared
fucked
to
up.
breathe.
That's exactly what happened to them. They took their ass to Cali. We went to
No,
Cali.
not me.
They ate the
You
one
did
sweet-
eat some.
No, I did
No,
not.
she
Not
did.
it.
She was the only sober one. They
No,
ate
I
one
didn't.
and felt that it was not enough. They didn't think they felt the buzz, so they said, "Oh, let's try a little bit more."
I had a horrible experience. I turned into a chicken.
A naked chicken.
See, I
Naked chicken.
I be
A
wishing-
naked chicken.
And
I
we
be
thought
wishing-
the Airbnb was haunted.
Haunted.
It
Thought
was,
this
bitch.
lady was filming
Followed
us.
it. That
And
lady
so
following
that lady
them.
was filming us outside in that car. Jennifer, I don't give a
That
fuck
place
what
was
you
haunted.
said.
It was noises in there.
It was. We ended up with a whole nother room. The other people we went with was crying. She was a chicken.
Y'all had some great edibles then.
We was in Cali. Me and our other homegirl was outside.
I just
smoking a
wanted it to
pre-roll
go
'cause
away.
we
I was
just
like,
knew
why
it
is
was
it
what we
not
do.
going? It was just a lot.
3
of
days.
I wish edibles would affect me like that. I'd take them every day.
I tell them that.
You want to
If you
feel that way?
If you
wanna-
smoke weed, then
I
you
want
don't.
to see the aliens. Like
I don't want to see
That's
them.
like mushrooms.
Wait, what you do to mushrooms?
Me and my brother said
mushrooms
we
don't
gonna
do nothing to me. Like I don't know.
too scared. I ain't ready yet. I ain't ready.
I want to try the shrooms.
I'm not ready
because
Because it's too much
it
of
seems
an
like that would
out-of-body
be fun for
experience.
That make me giggle here and there, but I ain't just had no.
He
I
said
had to get
giggle.
the
He
out of body
said giggle.
experience, like they said before, where like you get that your third eye open
you
up,
did shrooms.
and you can
I
really
have,
like.
but it wasn't
Tony, you
shrooms.
did them?
No, I don't want to do that.
Oh.
I ain't
but it
there in
wasn't
my
shrooms.
life.
I'm scared of the third eye too. I know that you say that they could do that in Tulum since we're going to Mexico. Like there's shaman that will give you specialized shroom. Like I don't
No,
remember
I
the
wouldn't
name of
do
it.
it. I'm too in my process of therapy. I'm not even a year into therapy with grief therapy. No, that'll have my ass crying,
Yeah, probably.
thinking I'm seeing
Thinking you
dead
seeing
people.
him.
Yeah.
Wait.
No, yeah.
Don't leave.
I'm scared, y'all. And you up here talking about you giggling. Now you got me wondering, do I need to try?
So you
some?
want to? You can see the aliens when you take them because you know that's where I'm at right now in
never took
life.
a
That's what they say. They
I
tell
never-
you that you're gonna have these weird outer body experience, and that it opens your mind to whatever is suppressed behind your mind. So some people do it to like do a cleanse, or do it to like. I hear
So
a lot
you-
of artists do it to get in the studio. That's how I kind of gotta.
If I-
Look at her face. Someone
I
zoom
just-
in on it. I'm just like, zoom in on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I don't think my body processes them like everybody else's. So
Yeah.
I guess that's why edibles don't hit me like that. My body just doesn't process to make me.
You know
trip.
what? They used to tell me that in college because I used to tell them all the experiences I had when I was smoking. And they was like, you're not smoking the right one. You're just not doing the right one. But I think my body processes weed way differently than it does
Clear
other
fucking lee.
people.
Clear
because
fucking lee.
no matter if I'm eating it or if I'm smoking it, I'm still going to have a very weird experience. You remember when I was running and I thought the devil was after
Yeah.
me and I
Mhm.
hid
Yep. Mhm.
in your closet?
Yep.
Yeah, it's not.
No. I totally...
Thank you.
And it's
Thank
like
you. That's
it's
not
basically
for you.
it's basically an indicator like if some like I don't even smoke as much as I used to because for like all them years I was smoking, I'm like, why am I smoking something that makes me paranoid and anxious?
Exactly.
And see, y'all say the paranoid and anxious, it really relaxes me.
I wish, man, I ain't feeling like this. new
Really?
weed
You don't ever
make
get-
me know
What
it.
about when you first start smoking?
Have you tried any of the dispensaries in Houston? This thing came about, like the EDM. No, it's EMF.
Nah, honestly, I'm old fashioned. So me going to
wanna
buy
go
drugs
big.
at a
Niggas
store
is
is not
weird.
cool. Like,
It's ghetto, trust me. They're not no like their setup is not it's like 3 locations, but it's kind of.
yeah, I see all these signs in these businesses and they public with it
I
now.
was
Oh
Try
no, I'm
wild.
gonna show it to you because it's one that's like a members only downtown, and that would kind of give you like the feel.
How are they
of
doing that,
Denver.
though?
They got
But the
big
other
nuts.
one, the EMF one, shout out to them because they are black on EMF. Edwards family.
Yeah.
Going into there, they have one in the Clark. It's one off of Chimney Rock and one on the north side. It's pretty
Tony,
good.
It's
how
legal.
do they do them if it's still legal?
it's a gray area.
Illegal.
It's a gray area in between it. I don't know the gray area, but
It's
I
gray
ain't gonna
area
say.
as
At least
long
I
as-
can go give me some $5 grams when I want.
Yeah,
a
nah,
$5
as long
gram.
as the way they operate businesses, the way they operate as a business is that the product that they market is it has a certain percentage of hemp.
Yeah.
So as long as it has that certain percentage of hemp by
So
weight,
do you
they
still get
legally-
the same high if you take anything from the dispensary, or is it?
Yes.
Oh, it's still gas. It's gas. I'm not gonna say like they have some times when it's like gas, and you really gotta go in there and really just look and see when it's gas. But I go to them in the evenings when I'm getting in the evening, so I'm getting to the end of the day, and it's not consistent. So when I say it's not consistent, every day there's a different strand. They don't keep the same strand all the time. Niggas are weird. And I just want to buy my weed. I don't really want to have a conversation. I don't want to know you. We don't need to know any facts about each other. I just want to pick up my grams, buy me a 7, and go home. I don't want to do anything else. So the dispensary eliminates all of that. That's how I ended up there. Okay.
I have another question. What does your bracelet mean?
OP only. This bracelet was actually made by Dot's daughter, Journey.
Oh,
She sells them. But OP only basically just stands for original players only.
All right.
cute.
But now my homeboy Frigg, who actually used to manage me, he actually manages Conway now. He told me to run with that phrase. He was like, man, just say OP only before your songs. And I like to listen to good advice, so I was like, okay.
So that's where that album, the original.
Man, original player originally came up when I first moved to Pittsburgh, and I was basically trying to reinvent myself and invent a brand behind myself. And I was in my little brother's basement, and I was working with a producer named Platinum Hands at the time, and we basically came up with original players, and we ran with it, and we named the CD that he produced Original Player, and we ran with it from there. I've been running with it since. So
How many siblings you have?
I have one brother. He's 2 years younger than me.
Oh.
Okay. Is he creative too?
Or IT?
He's like a genius to me. He does IT. He's like good in programming. He owns a food truck in Pittsburgh called the Coop Chicken and Waffles. So
Oh, I love chicken and waffles.
Yeah, so he's very business minded. He's very smart from the IT side of things too. So he's
Your mama raised a wonderful man.
Like, she really did.
So before we close out,
Well, I
tell
want to
us
do our
something.
game first before we end. So, since we are doing the Houston Culture Series, we have a few games. We're not doing word association, just to do you know HOU or do you know who. So, this is a trivia game. So, what I'm going to do is read some clues to you, and you have to guess what Houston-based establishment or thing that I'm talking about.
should be easy.
You think? Okay, let's see. I'm gonna start here. This street, because he said he's just not social, so let's see how was that. The street in Houston that turned into a block party after the
Alameda?
club.
Alameda?
No, Alameda was never a block party.
Or Richmond?
No, let me finish. Let me finish. Okay. The street in Houston that turned into a block party after the club from the years 2002 to 2010. We like to call these the glory years of the Houston club scene, where you can actually go to the club and not have to buy a section to have a seat.
Main Street?
Yes.
See if you'd have heard the whole question.
Grasshoppers?
Yes. You know, the police was there on horses trying to make everybody go home. Yes, that's exactly what it
What was
is.
your favorite club to go to then?
Man, Level was fun.
Yeah.
M-Bar was fun.
M-Bar?
Like,
I haven't heard of that in a long time.
back then, as a fresh out of high school type, that was like,
Did you ever go to the infamous Pink Monkey?
hell yeah. That place, looking back at it, Kobe
We didn't
would've
have
had
no
a field
business.
day.
And we
Tony,
didn't
did you say
really
that?
have no yes. We didn't have no fucking business going into the damn Pink Monkey. If that was around now and we had TikTok or like Instagram, we probably wouldn't. None of us would be employed.
Lord,
Yeah.
None of us would be employed.
I ain't never go.
It was some
But
shit
it's-
going on there. I
it's-
saw some shit for my eyes. Then I
What's
was
the
like,
one
yeah.
that everybody in Metropolis, the one that everybody went to go to when they turned 21?
21, because you get in for free
Yeah.
on Thursdays.
All right. This one is everybody seems to get this one, so I think I'm gonna change that question. Let's see if you get it though. This street was formerly called Dowling Street.
Emancipation.
Yeah, but that's when you say that, though, that gives it away.
It's the Dowling part?
Yeah,
Okay.
That's a dead
I
giveaway.
still say darling.
Yeah, me too. I still say darling.
too.
Okay, yeah, because as soon as I say that, emancipation, this is a good one. This park is considered not just a urban Houston staple, but a Houston staple in general. Here's the additional clue because you might need it. Sundays at this park were considered legendary, like in the 80s and 90s.
Emancipation Park.
No.
Park.
It's on the south side.
Southside Park.
Sometimes it's music videos filmed there.
Yeah, it has been music videos filmed there.
Man, no, it's not Townwood Park.
Give up?
No. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
somebody didn't. We ain't had people say some shit. Too. We ain't had some people say some
let me
shit on
see,
here.
let
So
me
I be
see.
wanting to hear this one.
What I would go with. I mean, the 80s, I can't answer that one.
90s, it's still popular.
Yeah. Okay, I'm
People
gonna tell
still
you.
go there on
McGregor
Sundays.
Park.
Okay.
That's not. Yeah, that park is not. That park you talking about is the one where like black people pulled their money together and bought that land
okay.
too. But it's a different park.
Yeah, McGregor Park.
Yeah, everybody know that part. People still go there.
Yeah, they do. I'm gonna do one more.
You couldn't do this one.
Where is it? Okay, that's the one I was looking for about this.
Yeah.
All right, the only breakfast spot that people are happy to wait an hour in line to eat.
Breakfast Club.
Yep, fucking right.
That is it.
And it's
Fucking
not even
right.
good.
Here's
one more. I want to do
Breakfast
this, see if y'all
Club.
get it. This mall was like a Houston.
Sharpstown.
Yeah.
Everybody know that one.
This mall, that's it.
What's
Baby.
your favorite Timmy Chance to go to?
I actually didn't want to ask people from South Park which one is the right one to go to.
First of all, the one on Cullen.
Fuck no, the one on
See,
MLK.
That's the original one.
No, it's not. The
Yes,
one,
it is.
No, the one on MLK is the original one.
Actually,
no,
the original one was
was
on
on
MLK.
and
Yeah,
Van
that
Fleet.
was a
That
real
was the original one.
You
Right.
right. That one was a real original one.
Yeah, and then they shut it down, and then they moved it down there.
Y'all don't judge me, but the last two Timmy Chans I ate at, one was on Antoine.
Oh, hell no.
And the other was on Highway 6 in Bel Air.
Just like they had that shit over there by your house, and it's called a Timmy Chan. I don't know, but it's not the same.
It's not.
Yeah,
just
nah, I
try
know.
it.
So which one is the official Timmy Chan to go to?
Well, I guess the one on MLK.
The one on MLK is
one
the
by the
original.
Subway?
I also like
The
the
one
one
by
at Third
Shipley's.
Ward, too.
Okay.
The
Off
one
of,
right by Shipley's.
I like the one at Third Ward, too.
Talking about the one in the inner loop.
The one is next to, it's by the cross street of OST.
And Scott.
In Scott.
Oh.
Beauty Supply.
Yeah,
next to the
across.
Beauty Supply.
It's a CVS
Okay,
and
yeah.
Stuff over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So before we end the show, tell us one thing that you just absolutely love about Houston. Why you love this city.
One reason I love Houston, what keeps me, it's just a very beautiful place with very beautiful people. Like the women are beautiful, and us and man
Everybody
go out of
say
their way
that.
to look fly just to keep the vibe right. So it's like when you just have, it's basically like you can wake up, you can have a party in Houston, or you can have a kickback day, or you can have a isolated day. And it's just very beautiful just to be around because we got great businesses, we got options and things to do, we got great places to live. You can I don't know, it's just a very beautiful place. So that's what like
why
the
would you
beauty,
wanna
the
live
sunlight
anywhere
and
else?
everything. Like people complain about the heat and stuff, but it's just one of those things where it's like you gotta takes what comes with the sunlight and
It's always something
you
to
just gotta run
do.
with it's always something to
Yeah, Houston is the best place ever.
We are so happy you decided to come on the show with us. Make sure to tell our audience where they can stream you and where they can see your ladies' next show.
All right, so you can stream me on all platforms, EDF, Everyday Fresh. Just type in EDF in all caps. Or you can go to imedf.com. You can type in EDF TV on YouTube.
Yeah, that's what I did.
You can follow me on all social media platforms at IMEDF. That's IMEDF. You can Google me, EDF Rapper.
Yes, sir.
And it's in my next show. I don't have a show coming up, but my boy Dot has a show coming up August the 25th at Hinky and Pilot. Y'all be sure to tap in and get pre-sale tickets for $10. We just want y'all to come out, have a good time, enjoy the music, and enjoy the people. So,
We'll be there, so y'all see us there.
yeah,
So y'all get y'all
other than
pre-sale.
that, I'm just gonna be working on releasing more music, releasing some music videos. Y'all go stream The Last Free Exit. It's on all platforms,
I love
produced
the
by
concept for
Cartel
that title.
Kush. And, yeah, just stay in tune and
Thank you for coming on our
Thank
show.
you.
Thank
It
you.
was so memorable from the time we
Yes,
sent
from
the invites and that, so we really appreciate you coming
Everything.
on. You are
We
welcome
are.
into
You are
the
very
chat.
mannerable.
Yes, we love this one. So good, so
We act
calm,
like
but
we're not
we
used
had
to
a
seeing
good
folks
time.
with manners, bitch.
No, it's not a whole lot of niggas.
Y'all, I'm Tony B.
I'm Jim Bunny.
And I'm me.
And we are the Group Chat Live.
Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe to our YouTube, our Instagram. Make sure y'all check us out on Facebook. And always remember, welcome to the chat.
Tell a friend to tell a friend. Bye, guys.
I can't wave.